Oh,
Still-
what are we calling it again?
The same thing. We're live, baby.
What did we call it last time?
The way we see it.
Ah, that's the name of the group
Q
chat.
Crew.
I should know that.
All right, Robbie, take us away.
What up?
We're back.
All right, we got someone new to introduce. Rickard Novak over there with the FSU flag behind him. Say what up, Rick.
Live from the 850, coming straight to you. This guy, Rick Novak. What's up, baby? Let's go. Let's talk some Knowles.
What are your other favorite teams, Rick?
What'd you say, babe?
Missed that one. Say it again.
What are your other favorite teams, Rick?
Shit, dude. FAMU, TCC. Any Tallahassee schools.
7-year senior going strong.
This man said TCC.
TCC state champs.
Oh shit.
Good answer. Good answer.
That's
All right,
what's
so
up.
we're missing Evan today, though. Where's Evan at?
I don't know. He
He won't text us
he
back.
never responded. Yeah, he
Yeah.
never hit us up.
Rick's filling in for Evan tonight.
Shout out, Rick.
Show.
Mm-mm.
All right, so we're talking Knowles.
Yeah. Jump right into it. Got a big game on Saturday night.
Big game. I'll be in
Well,
California
yeah.
for it.
Y'all gonna be together.
Yeah, that's right.
Good
Watch
times.
it. That's what's up.
We're losing
Yeah, we're
Robbie.
losing you.
We're losing Robbie. All right, Rick, give us your thoughts on the game this weekend.
All right, well, I'm going to start off by talking about the FSU defense. Returning a shit ton, which I love. MT6, what do you guys think? Will he be in there or not?
Nah, bro. You might as well. That ship has sailed, man. Get ready for Emmett Rice.
Who is,
Emmett Rice, I like it, man.
That's
Who
the
is
guy
that?
you need to look out for. Emmett Rice.
who is MT6? I don't even know who MT6 is.
Matthew
Oh, my
Thomas,
God.
Oh.
He's our linebacker.
aka the Unicorn, because he's rare. You never see him. Dead ass, bro. He's been here for.
It's been here
since
since I was there at one point.
Yeah, he's been here
Yeah.
since 2012. He was part of the 2012 recruiting class, and he's only played maybe 9 games total.
What's his problem then?
Well,
Great.
he had an issue where he got suspended. Going into his sophomore year, he had to sit out the whole year. Then he had a grade issue. He sat out again. I don't know, man. He's just a head case. Just that.
Did
know
he
one of those
sign
games
and then
was,
not want to come?
He was busy putting up a basketball hoop.
Say that again?
What?
One of those games, he was busy putting up a basketball hoop. He couldn't make it.
Wait, how do you what? What?
He was busy putting up a basketball hoop, man.
He was putting up a basketball hoop.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't make it.
I don't know how true
Provided
that
the
is.
insight.
How do you know that?
He texted me.
Sources.
According to his sources. Pretty reliable sources.
Oh,
Anybody you guys put money on?
Yeah,
I mean, we do know somebody who was one of his teammates his freshman
True.
year.
True.
that's true.
Daniel O'Neal.
But yeah, man, he was a five-star guy coming out of high school, out of Miami, Booker T. Washington. All the potential in the world. He has great length, pretty fast. I know a lot of people are like comparing him to Telvin, the way he reads and reacts. But like I said, he couldn't put it all together. And like Greg said earlier, he signed with Florida State, but then like a couple weeks later said he didn't want to go to Florida State. He wanted to go to USC. So he's been in trouble since he first got here, man. It's been a weird career for him. But I do not expect him to play on Saturday.
So what?
Yeah, man, the way Jimbo's talking about it, he's like, it's been like, very, very certain he was coming to practice. He hasn't showed up for fall practice at all. He's iffy
Yeah.
for the game. just seems like he's trying to wait it out, let Nick Saban kind of just question whether or not he'll be there, but it doesn't seem like he will.
Nah, no chance.
So what's the key to victory,
No
Rick?
chance from Gregory D.
Rick, what's the key to victory?
Oh, defense for sure. Can we hold him to like 17 points? Because I think if the North
That's a
put up like
tall
21,
task.
Ah,
That's a tall task.
Bama's going to take a step back because they're going to have a new offensive coordinator. They're going to try to run it more, and they were
Yeah.
spreading it out with Lane Kiffin. It's going to look different. So
But is Bo Scarborough starting for them this year or tailback?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a fucking beast.
Honestly, I'd be more worried if Lane Kiffin was still there because he would have spread it out.
Yeah.
If you know Florida State, they have trouble with spread teams, i.e. Louisville, Clemson, stuff like that. So if this new guy's more of a pro guy, I'll be happy about that. But I don't really know much about him. I know he came from New England.
Pretty sure he
That's
is,
it.
but I don't
Yeah.
remember for sure all the details.
So who's starting at running back?
Because who?
Who's starting at running
Jaquez.
back? Jaquez?
Yeah, Jaquez.
Yeah.
AP9, baby.
Is Cam backing him up?
Cam's like third string. He's listed as third string. I'd say expect to see Amir Rasul and Cam. You probably see Amir Rasul a little bit more than Cam. At least
His
starting off.
first game against elite team.
Yeah.
Amir Rasul, a little change of pace. He's got that speed. Maybe he can get to the outside.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Even Fournette didn't get many carries his first big game against Wisconsin.
Yeah, Jimbo, and I heard Cam struggled in I think either the first or second scrimmage. And, Jimbo don't play about that, especially with, blocking and stuff like that. And he's probably going to rely more on those guys who can pass block, like Jaquez. And I don't really know if Amir can do it, but he's been there the longest, so he should be straight. But like Rick said, he's more of a change of pace guy anyway.
It'll definitely be an interesting game. I agree, though. I think it comes down to defense.
What do you guys think of our receiving crew?
It comes down to me, the offensive line.
Oh, yeah.
True.
Also.
Because they would just dominate LSU every year because they would just blow them back, and then Francois eating it all last year.
You got rocked a whole bunch last year.
Yeah, our offensive line is shaky at best. Hopefully, with the year of experience, they got a little bit better, but, they were really bad last year, man, especially at the beginning of the year.
And their D-line is just loaded with guys that are just 6'6", 300 pounds.
Yeah, they lost a lot of guys, but they're Alabama. They reloaded with other 5 stars,
Mm-hmm.
But this is Florida State.
John Hamm.
We reload with 5 stars, baby.
Oh, not on the offensive line.
Not offensive line.
Everywhere but the offensive line.
Man, we'll see if Keith Gavin can play a role in this because we got Nooney, we got Tate, but we need that third guy. To step up in the receiving core.
I want to see
Jimbo's
Tate
been backing up.
become Kelvin.
Who?
I want to see Tate become Kelvin.
Those are big shoes to fill.
Good comparison.
Yeah, Kelvin's junior year was special, man.
Yeah.
Tate's a little bit close to that. I'll take it, but
yeah,
we definitely need to see them all step up.
This team has a reminiscent, a feel of that 2013 championship team, though. Stacked defense, trio of receivers that hopefully we can rely on, and DeAndre, if he takes a step forward this year, hopefully he can get it to them if our offensive line lets it.
Right.
But and
I will say this though: the difference between 2013 and this year is in 2013 we didn't have that much expectations. We kind of came out of we sat at 13, 15 coming into preseason. 12, and this year we got all that hype. I don't know. I don't really like having all that hype, but we'll see.
It's a lot different.
Yeah,
that's true.
No
one knew what Jameis was going to be like. Though.
Yeah.
Except me, I shot out that Heisman early.
Oh yeah, that first pass in that spring game, bro.
All of us were like, "Holy shit!" Yeah.
That spring game,
that
bro.
First pass.
That
was a win,
dude. You know who actually?
Say that again. Broke up the sentence.
Oh man.
All right, moving on.
Callie's gotta get some internet. So what about
Yeah.
predictions then for the game?
Starting for UF. His name's fucking Felipe. You got in there, baby.
Fuck the Gators.
Suspended 10 of them. 10 guys. You think Harbaugh can take them?
Oh yeah, because Scarlett's out too now.
Oh my! No, I didn't even read that.
Yeah, Scarlett's out. Callaway. So I mean, that's their whole
Robinson,
offense.
whatever the fuck his name is.
Basically their entire offense.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they named Felipe the starter.
And he's bad.
Yeah,
He's bad.
I've watched Felipe live, and he's horrible.
What happened to the guy that transferred to UF?
I mean, he wasn't.
He's just fucking
Zaire. Felipe beat him out apparently.
Either. Who was?
Yeah.
Who was it that transferred there?
Malik Zaire, I think.
That's right. Yeah, he was at Notre Dame, right?
TV, dude.
I mean, he was benched on a 4-8 so he couldn't have been that good.
True.
I mean, Golson, he transferred over, but at least he got to, he got benched for McGuire halfway through the year, but at least he got to bang some.
Yeah, I try to forget that year.
Down there.
That describes the whole year. Benched for McGuire.
Yeah. That was bad. That was rough.
Yeah, 2015.
All right.
But yeah, who got predictions?
Yeah, predictions for the game. All right, Greg, start. 27.
All right.
All right, Greg.
I'm going to take FSU in a close one. Going to overtime.
Wow.
30-27.
Give us a heart attack.
Damn.
30-27.
Gregory D. I don't
What?
know, man. I don't know if the defenses are going to let all that scoring happen.
I just think it's going to, I mean, if it's going, I don't know how many overtimes, just one or two probably, but I just think special teams is going to make a play.
I don't know if I could
fumble recovery or pick six.
I don't know if I could do overtime emotionally in a big game.
I don't either, but I think it's going to be that close.
All right, George. Let's hear it.
All right. So this is my theory on it. If the offensive line holds up for FSU, gives Francois a little bit of time, I think FSU will win 38-31.
38? We're going to put a 38 on their defense?
Yes, I believe so.
38.
They're susceptible to those big plays down the field.
I think this is my hope. I think our receiving group will torch their DBs. That's my opinion. But like I said, the offensive line has to hold up.
I'm gonna go 23-17 FSU.
Nice.
I'm gonna go with Rick's high praise of the defense, and hope we can hold them to 17 or less.
Dude, our D line is just disgustingly stacked.
Just gotta hope we hold them.
You haven't given them a shout out.
No. All right, moving on from the FSU. Let's real quick touch on NBA free agency.
Fuck Miami. Oh, NBA.
Well, we'll touch on.
We gotta talk about Bros getting the start for Miami now.
We'll touch on the NBA real quick. Last time we did one of these shows, Gordon Hayward hadn't signed yet. Paul George had just been traded. NBA Summer League was still going on. And since then, I guess the big news is Kyrie is hypothetically going to Boston. Now, Isaiah's hip is a big holdup. The Cavs, I think, are only looking for another pick.
I read that they weren't looking for anything now, like like an hour or two ago.
Oh, last I heard,
they're holding out for a few more blowjobs, and I think they'll be good. That'll satisfy him.
So
can't blame LeBron.
Hip's good. He'll be good to go.
So, who wins the East, Boston or Cleveland?
Ooh.
If Kyrie's going, I say Boston.
Stones.
That wasn't an option. Pistons have no shot. I'm going to give the Pistons a 0% chance of winning the East.
What are the Heat even looking like? A playoff team?
Bottom half playoff team. We're definitely not top tier this year. I like the chemistry. I like the everything we play for. The talent level is not there with the top 4 or 5 teams in the East. Definitely behind Cavs, Celtics, Raptors, Wizards. We may even be behind the Bucks. I'm gonna give the 6th seed this year in the East, taking on probably maybe the Bucks if they win the division. No, they're in the Cavs division, aren't they?
I don't know.
You should know this, Wittes.
I should know this. I should know this, but I don't. Whoever we're facing, we're gonna the Wizards are gonna win Southeast Division. Cavs,
I have no real opinion because the Warriors are going to win it all.
Yeah,
So
I agree with that.
Watch out for those Magic now.
Jonathan Isaac. Jonathan Isaac.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just kidding.
All right, well, on to something Rick wants to talk about. His boy Giancarlo's on quite a tear over the past month.
There he is.
Wait, who is it?
Giancarlo is on a historic
Giancarlo.
tear right now.
True.
My boy.
What you got? 51?
51. He's
51.
beginning to be intentionally walked, which is long overdue.
Most home runs ever in August.
Rick, how many is he going to wind up with this year?
63.
Really? Oh, 63. I thought he said 3. 63.
63.
63 home runs.
63.
Well, they got the
What?
whole month of
Yeah.
September, right?
Yeah.
What's
I say 61.
what's not Bond's record, but the one below that?
61.
Yeah.
Is it 61? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he
Well, I
might
think
get
Sosa
that.
might have been like 66.
Nah, the next is.
Yeah, no, it was 66 from.
Is it? Oh, yeah, no, yeah, it is. Yeah.
McGuire hit 70, but if you don't count any of those guys, it's 61.
I mean, it
Is
probably
Roger
would
Maris?
be.
One.
Say that again, George.
61 is Roger Maris.
Yeah. I mean, you can't consider it the record, but it'd probably be one of the best clean seasons
Bump that.
ever.
It's the record, bro. That steroid shit. That's bullshit.
I mean, yeah.
Like if I found out
I
if
consider
I found
it
out
not
Stan was on
record, yeah.
steroids, I'd be pissed.
Do you think he's on steroids though?
Nah,
I
I
don't
don't.
know. He's always been jacked.
Yeah.
I think he's just the beast.
I mean, there's stories of hitting like 500-foot bombs in like minor leagues.
Yeah, he's always been a beast. Like those guys, they didn't start off beast, but they became beast. He's always been
and-
this way.
And he got recruited to be a tight end at like USC.
What happened?
Yeah,
He's always been jacked.
yeah.
Why didn't he play tight end? He wanted to be baseball instead.
I mean, he's just.
I would play baseball too. What the hell?
Yeah, I mean, they're offering you like $1 million straight out of high school.
Yeah,
then-
baseball's the move, bro.
And
NBA
now
is
he's
what it is
guaranteed
now.
$300 million.
I don't think
Hey,
he's
that record is obviously a talking point, but I really want to discuss 5.5 back. You guys think we can make it?
Absolutely.
I mean, anything's possible.
We have a month.
Anything's possible.
We got a month. We could definitely make it.
Well,
without
5.5
question.
back to the division
No, for the wild
or
card.
wild
God.
card.
We're like 11 back in the division.
I'm about to say, Nationals got that on lock.
I know. I know.
Nationals,
The
like 80
Braves.
wins.
I know the Braves are way down there.
Hey, we were shockingly better than I thought we were
We're
going to
back.
be.
Yeah.
All-Star break and just fell apart. We had some injuries, and the guys we replaced them with, they were playing pretty good at first, but then I don't know, it just kind of hit a downfall. But I didn't even think we were going to win 60 games this year, so I think we about to hit.
I mean,
hit
they were a
60
lot
soon.
better than I thought so.
And we
They
still
were
got
second
we
for a
still got
while.
one of the best farm systems in the league, so looking up, just not quite there.
Yeah, our pitching is just so suspect that I don't know if we're gonna be able to.
Our
hold
pitch is
up. But, our
trash.
schedule wasn't that bad.
Our
We
schedule's
went through some easy- Yeah.
good because we play like the Diamondbacks and the Brewers and the Rockies or something like that.
Yep. Yeah, we play
but we have to win those games.
dog shit teams.
Well, I mean, look at our division. We got the Braves, Phils, and who the fuck else?
Mets. Mets.
Sorry, George.
Yeah,
It
Mets,
is what it is.
all garbage this year.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out what his
BSN?
internet is.
Something.
He said his internet won't let him back in. His internet's a person.
Who, Robbie?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Dipped out because he was lagging too much.
So moving on to the NFC.
All right, yeah. So let's go ahead. Well, we got a week till the season starts. A week and a day. Next Thursday night. Who's playing tonight? Patriots
and somebody.
Patriots and
who they play?
Chiefs, maybe.
Chiefs, I think. I think it's the Chiefs.
All right. Well, we're gonna try and preview NFC tonight, and then hopefully get to the AFC before next Thursday, and that way we can kind of give you our take on what we think how the season's gonna play out. So let's go ahead. Let's just start with the NFC North. We'll go down the line.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go down the line. Talk about what team you think is gonna dominate the division and who's gonna come out of that division as the winners into the playoffs. Go ahead, Greg.
All right. Well, this one's easy to me. Packers all the way. I don't see any they're getting pretty good again. Mike Daniels is a beast. Defensively, Aaron Rodgers is MVP, probably 1 or 2 seed, and really no one else besides Dalvin maybe pushing the Vikings up a little bit higher than they should.
Sam Bradford.
Sam Bradford's surprisingly efficient. But
Yeah,
otherwise,
I would say watch out for the Vikings.
Yeah.
I don't know if they can beat the Packers, but I definitely think they'll dominate the rest of the division. I think that defense is one of the better defenses in the league. I know when the Titans played them last year, I was like, damn, this defense is good. They're fast. They're physical. They got good DBs in the back end.
Xavier.
We got the Monday night opener.
Yeah, and then you got Xavier Rhodes. He's locking it down. And then the safety, they got a safety that's nasty too. But I would say watch out for the Vikings. But other than that, I agree with you, Greg. I think the Packers will end up winning the division. And I can see the Vikings getting a playoff spot.
Oh.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not too sold on the Vikings O-line, though.
Oh, that line is trash.
I mean, they are trash, but
they are garbage. And if Dalvin Cook's going to do anything this year, they have to give him at least some blocking.
But I mean, we talked about it earlier with Florida State offensive line. They were trash last year too.
Just
and
about
Dalvin still found a way.
That's true.
I mean, Adrian
I see
Peterson
Dalvin getting a lot of passes out of
flourished there forever, and his O-line was trash.
Yeah.
Besides 2 years.
So it's going to be a handicap for him, but I don't think. I mean, they're not an elite team or anything like that. That's a wild card down, but I just think the combination of that defense, man. If you have a good defense in the NFL, that takes you a long way. And they got pass rushers, DBs. I don't know. The only thing there in the middle is kind of suspect. It's not even suspect. It's just not as good as the other units.
Yeah, it does help the other 2 teams in the division are extremely weak. The Lions, the Bears.
Yes.
Yeah, Lions won't be as good.
No.
Bears are the
Bears.
Bears.
Stafford just got his big payday. He still has not won a playoff game in his career, and he's his 10th year.
I can buy the Vikings a little more now, thinking about it, because they got their 2 pass rush.
I think that's 4 wins right there against the Lions and the Bears. That's 4 wins because the Bears are that's just not happening.
No, Bears are trash.
Bears are just
sorry, Chicago.
I like Trubinsky. I think he might be pretty good, but they ain't gonna do nothing this year.
Shout out ACC.
Yeah,
shout out to ACC.
He's been pretty impressive.
Bro.
He's been pretty impressive in the preseason. I'll give him that.
Yeah,
I think they reached to get him.
They definitely reached.
They gave up too much to get him. But
you gotta do what you gotta do for a quarterback.
Tell that to the Dolphins.
I mean, it wasn't a Jared Goff reach, but it was a reach.
Yeah, the Titans are still reaping the benefits of that trade.
Oh yes, we are. Finesse the shit out of them.
All right, let's. I think we're pretty much in consensus. Rick, you want to throw in 2 cents about the Packers?
I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna say Vikings win it, and I just see Dalvin a PPR haven out of the backfield. Oh man, you guys just get ready. I'm taking him. I'll be taking him.
I knew that was coming.
Watch. Rick's first 3 picks in order are going to be Jameis first round, Kelvin second round, Dalvin third round.
Oh, they won't last that long in our
league.
league.
Be higher. Dalvin be more.
All right. Well, we know
he already picked Rudolph as well. Letting you guys know.
We know who's not winning the league this year.
Rick.
For sure.
All right, so moving on to
the West. Let's go NFC West. We got the Seahawks, the Cardinals, the 49ers, and the Seahawks, Rams, Cardinals, and 49ers.
All right. Well, I guess this is another easy one for me. The Seahawks.
Yeah.
Probably the same thing as – I mean, maybe not quite as good as Packers, maybe 3 or 4, because I think NFC is going to be tough. But, I mean, the Cardinals will be all right on the bubble, but they don't. Their Carson Palmer's is And right now, 49ers might be better than they should be.
Better than 2 wins. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. And then, I mean, the Rams are the Rams. They'll just be 7-9 probably or something.
That's being generous. 7-9.
Yeah, that's probably generous.
They got Mr. 79 up out of there though. Jeff Fisher, that's his name, Mr. 79.
That's why I said that's all I think about.
Going like 4-12 this year. Sammy Watkins is not going to do anything. He's going to die in LA.
Yeah, Goff, man. I never liked Goff's game, bro. Even coming out of college, I never liked it. I never saw what the big deal was.
And where did Deshaun Watson go?
Houston.
Houston.
Texans. Yeah.
Save that for.
But yeah, I mean, I agree with Greg. I think it's the Seahawks division, and it's not. That's more of a testament to I think the other teams are bad. I don't really think the Seahawks are that great. I just think the rest of the division is not as good.
Nah,
I think the Seahawks. Yeah, I mean, I just think the Seahawks are the better out of the best option.
I do want to give a quick shout out to David Johnson though. MVP.
He's a beast. He's a beast. That's another fantasy guy. Everybody's been picking him in fantasy.
I picked Gurley over him last year. I cried.
Oh, that was a bad choice.
Yeah.
I can't talk though. I was down to like running backs who didn't even start.
Our league was different, but it was another one that was money too, and I was just like, every week I was seeing the stats.
Crying a little bit.
I had like third stringer starting for me at one point last year. It was bad.
So what do you think about the West with us?
Believe it or not, I'm actually going to go with Arizona. I don't think Seattle's going to do as good as people think they're going to do. I'm not knocking their defense or anything. I don't think they have Russell Wilson and Doug Baldwin, and I think that's it. Like their offensive line's decent. Eddie Lacy over the past couple of years has proven that even with a decent offensive line, he can't get more than 600 yards in a season. And I like the Cardinals defense. I love David Johnson, and I think Carson Palmer and Larry Fitzgerald and John Brown can do just enough to get them maybe 10-6 and win the division. Again, like I love Seattle's defense, but I just don't think their offense is gonna be able to get it done this year. I don't even who started. Thomas Rawls started last year, and he was off to a good start.
I think it's up to if Jimmy Graham stays healthy, because he was healthy at the end of last year and he was going off.
Yeah, I mean, Seattle's defense could be back to what they were when they won the Super Bowl, but I haven't seen that.
See, I don't. That's my problem, man. I think people are just thinking, because they're just thinking about that old Seattle defense. I don't think they're the same defense.
No,
not quite. That's why I said like maybe 3rd or 4th seed, but they win the division.
Yeah, I'm not confident in that defense, and I like Russell Wilson. I don't love him. I like him. But I don't know if he can carry like an NFL team. But he's like one step above being a game manager to me.
Yeah, exactly. Like
he does make a lot of easy throws.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Baldwin. And then Tyler Lockett, I think he's still got that broken leg.
I think
they have some new guy, a new receiver that they really like. He made like a crazy catch in one of the preseason games. He's a tall guy. I can't think of his name at the moment, but they like
Let's
him.
look it up. Rick, what's your thought on NFC West?
God, well, when I look at the ACC Coastal, man, I see chaos. But I think that Miami might get that bid this year. Knowles get 8 and 9. 8 and 9 wins 8 and 9 in a row against the Canes in the ACC championship
Talking
game.
about ACC.
But hey, I will say they got a sneaky road game at Arkansas State. Dude. They got to go on the road right before they come to Doak. And I swear, man, that could be scary. Dude, you guys laugh at me, but they're breaking in that new quarterback, Malik.
That's not why we're laughing, man.
Totally off topic.
No, I know. I don't know anything about the NFC West. I wish I could say something about it. I don't know.
George,
No, that was a good talk though.
George, Paul Richardson, is that his name?
I believe so.
Kenny Lawler, Kason Williams, Amara Deborah.
Well, I'm out.
Oh, they have Rodney Smith, old FSU alum, sitting on the fucking bench.
All right, well then, moving on to the NFC East.
NFC East. All right, Rick, you take this one away. NFC East, start us off.
Okay, well, I know the Eagles and the Giants.
You got the Eagles, Giants, Cowboys, and
Redskins.
Fuck, dude. I'm just gonna say that Virginia Tech could be a super team this year. I really do. Dude, I mean, I don't know what else to say.
I love it.
Man. I think they got. What do they have? A new quarterback coming in too.
We gotta get Rick on when we do an ACC special.
We'll
definitely have to do an ACC special with Rick.
Rick is a great addition, great guest.
About the NFL.
He's an ACC guy.
He's a college football guy.
Hey, we can talk SEC. I'll talk Big Ten with you.
I mean, I'm always down.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back on track. Let's get back on track before we get way off course. All right, Greg.
All right. Well,
start us off again.
I got some thoughts on the NFC East, and they're kind of bucked the trend a little bit. Maybe I got the Giants winning it.
Okay.
I'm right there with you.
Somehow. I think Eli's kind of trash now, but their defense is pretty good. They got wide receivers. They're going to have a little more tape on Dak. He'll take a small step back maybe. Ezekiel's out some games. Their defense wasn't quite that good.
Kind of trash.
So I don't know if the Cowboys even
make
the playoffs, to be honest.
Kind of trash.
I mean, if you've seen him throw lately.
He throws a lot of interceptions, man.
Yeah, but
and a lot of his throws don't look that good, and are late or overthrown.
He's got weapons now. Like, they have never really had a running back since Tiki Barber left. They haven't had a solid running back, but they got the outside weapons. And even though Odell,
that's why I mentioned like they have a Brandon Marshall now too.
Yeah, and he's gonna get a lot of touches because Odell is going to be double covered.
And Landon Collins is a beast.
Yeah, for sure. So I think I'm right there with you. I think the Giants are the team to beat in the NFC East. Rick, you're muted. You got to unmute yourself.
Oh, my bad.
I think
Did I do it?
Yeah, you're good.
Hey, I'm going to hop in the shower. I'm going to go white trash tonight for, last white trash of the year.
All right, Rick's
man, you got to go last. You got to go last white trash.
Yeah, it's the bull riding one where they had like bikini contest or whatever. Not that I'm gonna watch it or anything, but
you'll definitely be a part.
At least it draws the people there.
You'll be a part of it for sure.
All right, man.
All right, Rick. Thanks for being a guest.
All right, Ricky.
Go Noles.
Go Noles.
Go Noles.
Go Noles.
All right, Rick's out. All right, let's wrap this up. We got one more division to go.
I didn't get my thoughts on the NFC East.
My fault. Go ahead. I thought you went my fault. Go ahead.
Damn.
Go ahead.
Nah, but this is tough. This is a tough division. All the teams are pretty competitive. I feel like when they play each other, it's the better games in the league, or closer games, I should say, not better necessarily. But I think I am going to agree with you guys and go with the Giants.
I just think Ezekiel Elliott not playing until week 8 is going to doom them in the first half of the season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but my sleeper team would be the Eagles. I think the Eagles.
Yeah, they're gonna be better.
I think they could be a pretty good team. I don't know if Carson's there yet, but I like their offense.
All 4 teams are
They got some
probably gonna be right there.
receivers. They got Ertz at tight end still. I like him when he's healthy.
They got Alshon now.
They do have Alshon, and they have somebody. They got somebody else too.
LeGarrette Blount.
And I like LeGarrette. I don't know. I want to see how he plays the first couple weeks. Well, we'll see, because I think he was a benefit of that Belichick system. I think that really benefited.
I think they got some other options though.
Yeah, and then I like their defense. They got a lot of nose on that defense, so I like that.
Darby now.
They got Nelson Aguilar.
Yeah,
if he learns to catch some passes.
Yeah, he's always been a speedy guy. He's a talented guy.
He drops too many passes though.
Yeah, I'll say watch out for the Eagles, but I think the Giants. I think Eli gets them right. They just got too many weapons, I believe. Their defense is pretty good. It's not great. I like Landon Collins. I like some of their D-line. I don't like their linebackers at all. I haven't liked their linebackers in a while, actually. But I think the Giants will take that division.
All right, Greg. Unbiased opinion on the NFC South, because we know the Saints are not winning the NFC South.
Well, contrary to opinion, the Falcons will win the NFC South.
That's not contrary to any opinion.
Shut up, to my opinion. But it's going to be a lot closer than I think people realize, because I think the Panthers will be at the bottom with like 6 or 7 wins. But then I think, because I didn't say any other, maybe even less, I don't know. Because I don't think they got Cam with all those small target accuracy weapons, McCaffrey, all those short passes. I don't think it's going to fit. And then I got the Bucks making the playoffs too. The Saints making the playoffs.
That's a reach.
Oh my God!
That's a home pick. That's a home pick right there.
No, man. No, they went 7-9 last year. Their defense was historically awful, worst ever, and they got so many better players by the end of the year and now.
But they lost their number 1 target.
So what? Michael Thomas.
So what? We lost our productive player.
I mean, yeah, a little bit, but they got Michael Thomas who's going to go for an all-pro. Yeah, but they've lost Jimmy Graham and replaced it right away, and then they've always just replaced it offensively. Breeze throws to open people. Who cares they are?
I agree. Michael Thomas is going to have a huge bump in production. I agree.
And then Willie Snead's going to be there.
Okay, well, here's the thing.
Tommy Lee Lewis is going to go off a bit.
You have to ask yourself, can Michael Thomas match Brandon Cooks? Probably almost.
Oh, he can pass that for sure.
But the question is, can Willie Snead match Michael Thomas from last year? And I say absolutely no way.
But see, it's not about matching it receiving wise, because then we got
if you don't
Mark
match
Ingram
it, then you have a gap.
But no, because we don't have to match it receiving wise, because then Mark Ingram's going to run the ball more effectively. Our offensive line is one of the top in the league. Added another Larry Warford at guard. Adrian Peterson running the ball too, and out of the Alvin Kamara is going to be pretty good in that Darren Sproles role at the backfield. So I mean, I just see it as possible 10-9-win season sneaking in as a wild card with the defense playing better.
So you're saying after you just praised the NFC East and how all the teams can make the playoffs, that only one team from the NFC East is going to make the playoffs, and 3 teams from the NFC South are going to make the playoffs. That's what you're saying?
I mean, I didn't say they would all make the playoffs. I said the other NFC East teams will all be close together.
Well, if they're close together, technically, wouldn't they all have pretty similar good records? Like whoever would basically be tied with the second place team.
Well, I mean, I don't know, but still, then I didn't quite mean as close together as I thought. But that's my prediction.
I'll say this: out of the possibilities of those happening, I think it would be the NFC East getting 3 teams in rather than NFC South. I think that's more.
I think you could flip it either way, because I mean the NFC South quarterbacks are just elite, so they're going to just go at each other.
I think your bias is just pouring through right now.
I mean, I expected them a wild card with 9 or 10 wins. I just don't see.
Dolphins, and we're in a much worse conference.
I mean,
Well, just wait. Then I'm just saying, 7-9, and we improved so much talent-wise.
All right, George, let's hear, because you look like you wanted to say a whole bunch. Go ahead, George.
I think the Falcons will win the division. I think if any other team makes the playoffs, it'll be the Bucks. I just don't see what Greg sees in the Saints. I really don't. I think Drew Brees, he's one of my favorite quarterbacks ever, and I think he'll have a great year again. Eventually, he is going to drop off. I don't know if it's this year, but eventually he will drop off. I don't like your defense. I don't like the Saints defense. It's so bad, man.
Well, see,
so
I mean,
bad.
that's why I don't blame someone else from saying that. It's just I believe in a lot of the people that are coming in and that were hurt last year coming healthy because PJ Williams is back.
Get PJ back.
Delvin Breaux when he already broke his leg though.
I can't name another person on your defense. I'm sorry. I really can't.
Because Cam Jordan's underrated. He's top 5 defensive end.
I mean, I know who Cam Jordan is, but I totally blanked out on that he was the same.
Yeah. Kenny Vaccaro came on late, but then he got popped for Adderall, so that was dumb.
You said he's a top 5 defensive end?
Yeah. Check the advanced stats. Run stopper, averages 12, top 8 or something in the last sacks since 2009 or something.
I don't know enough defensive ends to name 5 ahead of him, but I don't think he's top 5. I'm not saying he's not good, but I
will be honest. I don't watch a lot of Saints football. I only watched them when Jameis played them, and when they the highlights. And I just never really liked their defense. I think that's been an Achilles heel for them since Greg Williams left. I do like I said, I love Drew Brees, but I just think in this league, man, you have to have a good defense, especially to be a playoff team. You can't rely just on the offense. It just doesn't work out.
Oh yeah, I mean that's why I think they'll be a little bit better, which is why they get those 2 extra wins. I'm not saying they're gonna tear the house down, but
you also got to think you're sleeping on the rest of your division. I think they got a little bit better too.
That's why I said. That's why I said the Bucks make the playoffs too. I'm not a believer in the Panthers.
I'm gonna agree with George. And Greg's not gonna like what I have to hear. The Falcons are gonna run away with the division. I'm going 13-3. Then it's going to be the Bucks at about 9-7.
Yeah, I don't see 13-3.
Maybe 10-6.
Yeah,
the Falcons play a weak schedule this year. So
I gotta look at their schedule.
They play they play the AFC East.
But that Super Bowl hangover loss is real.
That's
losing that offensive coordinator.
3 wins right there. Not counting at least 5 they're going to get from their division. They'll win at least 5 of the 6 division games. They'll win at least 3 of the AFC East games. Probably everyone but the Patriots. I don't know who else they play, but that's at least 8 wins.
Oh, the Falcons have a tough schedule. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll get them 13-3. I'm going to give the Bucks about 9-7, maybe 10-6 if Jameis plays really well, Deshaun Jackson steps into his role, and the Bucks defense plays well. And then I'm going to go with the Panthers at 8-8. I'm with George. I don't see the Saints having any sort of defense this year. Last year was god-awful. They were probably the worst pass defense in the entire league. It was if you had a receiver playing against the Saints, they were a must-start.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying last year, but just wait and see this year.
Starters
only allowed 6 points all preseason, too. I mean, I know it's just preseason, but they've never done that ever.
Panthers getting Kelvin back is a huge boost. Cam Newton is too unpredictable, so I'm not giving him a lot of hope. I think McCaffrey's a dark horse. I think he's going to do a lot better than people predict. I think he's going to be close to – I think he'll break 800 rushing yards this year. I'm going to give him about 8 touchdowns. I think he's going to catch a lot out of the backfield.
Well, Greg, you're my guy, but the Saints were 31st in points against last year.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not. I said last year they were trash.
I agree. They get people back. They get people back. Yes, I see that. I don't think it's enough.
Marshawn Lattimore.
So, okay. Defend them real quick. What free agents did they bring in, or who are you looking at to say, okay, with these guys in, we'll be all right?
basically all new linebackers besides Craig Robertson might stay around because AJ Klein's coming in for Carolina. He's good in space. I know, and they're probably looking like they're going to start, which is probably going to be shaky at first. That Anzalone guy from UF, he's not bad at coverage.
I do like
He's
him.
good when he's healthy. He's good when he's healthy. He has to stay healthy though. That's been his problem his whole career, even through high school.
Von Bell was a rookie last year. He was always around the ball at safety. Going into second year now. Vaccaro was getting a lot better, but then he got popped for Adderall. And the defense was starting to play a lot better at the end of the year. Because, I mean, they held, like, Jameis at the Superdome to, like, less than 20 or something, too.
Oh, you guys have Manti Te'o?
Yeah, I'm not buying too much into that. We'll see how much he plays.
They got him as the starter right here.
Yeah, I know.
The Falcons play the AFC East and the NFC North, two of the weakest divisions in football.
But I think really what it comes down to is this. Like, I just think they're going to play a lot more man, like they've said, and they've been doing a lot of shitty-ass zone that their players don't understand. And now we got man coverage with Lattimore, P.J. Williams coming in back. He's been playing pretty well.
I do like Lattimore. I like him coming out of the draft.
So, I mean, I don't think I'm saying that I don't think they're going to be like top 10 or anything like that, but not 31st. Which gets them maybe 1 or 2 more wins because I'm not high on Carolina because I think.
Let me defend my 13 wins for the Falcons real quick. They play the AFC East.
Please do, because I'm looking at the schedule right now.
They play the AFC East, right? I'm going to give them 3 wins right there. They're going to lose to the Patriots. That's 1 loss. They play the NFC North. That's another loss to the Packers. Maybe not. I'm just going to say it's a loss to the Packers. They play Dallas. Ezekiel Elliott's first game back, and I think it's not enough. The Falcons will win. They play the Seahawks. I believe it's at home.
Nope. And it's at Seattle.
All right, I'll go 12-4. I'll give that game to Seattle, and I give some game away from the Superdome, not the Superdome, wherever they play, their new stadium, a loss in division. I don't know who it's going to be. They're going to have 1 division loss, Patriots, Packers, and Seahawks, and I think they'll be 12-4. I'll correct myself.
I got them.
So
maybe at most 12-4.
So they're beating the Dolphins, is what you're telling me?
Absolutely, because they're playing in Atlanta.
All right.
For sure.
You also got to look at where they play and when they play, because that factors into it a lot.
Like, I just think they didn't lose anybody, and they got better.
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, looking at the schedule, like, I'm going to give probably them a loss maybe at New Orleans late in the season, coming off a Monday night. But now I'm saying it's coming off a Monday night at the Bucs late in the season in a rivalry game.
That is
so that's one of those games that's kind of a toss-up that you might give them a loss to. And then that Patriots game.
He said they're going to win 5 games in the division. I don't think that's going to be the case.
I think they'll definitely beat the Panthers twice. I think they have the Panthers number. I also think they're going to beat the Saints twice. And then the Bucs, they'll get 1 or 2. They'll get 1 loss at the Bucs.
I mean, they're going to definitely beat the Saints the first time because that's a Thursday night. Well, that's one of those toss-up games. Thursday night games are shit, so.
Oh, I could be wrong. I'm just high on the Falcons.
Yeah.
They should have won the Super Bowl last year. They went away from their game plan, and Bill Belichick, they win because he keeps his foot on the pedal 60 minutes. And if you don't do that against him, he will turn it right around on you. And that's what happened in the Super Bowl.
They're good. It's just that Matt Ryan had like a career year, and now he's losing his offensive coordinator. So while I think he'll still be good, I don't know how good.
All right. Well,
I got a question about the NFC South since we're talking about, and it's our last division, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Can Jameis win the MVP?
Can or what are his chances to win the MVP?
Yeah.
I think he can.
I mean,
I don't think he has a high chance.
I don't think he will or would.
Give him about 15% chance.
Like, okay, let me rephrase it. Do you think in November, December, we'll be saying, "Oh, Jameis, he look like he can win the MVP right now. He'll be in the race."
It I mean, he might have the stats. I guess it depends on their record. If he has the stats, he could be there.
Because I mean, he's had pretty good stats these first 4,000 yards each year. I don't know.
I think for him to be an MVP vote, he just needs to keep the turnovers down.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know what his touchdown interception ratio was, but
last year I think he had like 13 or 14 interceptions.
Yeah, I mean that's always that's just who he is. He's that Brett Favre mode. He's gonna take chances and it's gonna burn them.
Although what will hurt him a little bit is just having like so many weapons now.
I'm with Greg though. It depends on their record. If they are 6-1, 7-1 at that point, then
at that point you're in because you're the best player
on one of the best teams. Yeah. If they're just a 500 team, I say no chance.
All right, I just wanted to throw that out there.
All right, last question: who is coming out of the NFC playing in the Super Bowl this year?
Packers.
Packers. See, I was just about to say something, but I would have contradicted myself.
Well, while you're thinking, I'm gonna go ahead.
I think I might change my NFC East prediction
to,
and I might have the Eagles winning the division, and the Giants being a wild card and doing their road warrior thing again, and going on the road and just beating a bunch of teams to get to the Super Bowl.
All right, I'm with Greg though. I think the Packers are right there at the top again. I think Aaron Rodgers, top of his career, and he knows he's going to be on the decline very soon. I mean, maybe because Tom Brady's not even on the decline. He's now 40.
Rodgers, did they get a running back yet?
Yeah,
they're just going to rely on Ty Montgomery. They're really going to just rely on him.
I think they brought some other guys.
He was solid at the end of last year. He was pretty damn solid.
But then they also added Martellus Bennett now too.
Yeah, Jordy Nelson's back.
If they would have picked up Dalvin.
Oh, they picked up. They should have traded up for Dalvin or picked him where he was.
They didn't have to trade. They didn't have to trade up.
I forgot that he fell like an idiot. That teams were.
Oh my gosh! I was like, oh my gosh! There's so many teams passing on him that if they got him, they're immediate Super Bowl contenders. Yeah, and the Packers would run over.
Oh, Packers would have been one of the best offenses ever.
I still think it's the Packers' year to lose it. I just think they have too many weapons, and the defense is solid enough. Aaron Rodgers will get enough points. The defense will hold it down enough. They'll win a lot of high-scoring games, but I just think
I don't know, man. Those DBs are suspect.
Right, and even if they give up points, I think Aaron Rodgers has enough firepower around him to outscore the other team.
We'll see. I do like the Packers. I'm not saying that's a crazy pick. That's a good pick. I mean, I think most people will pick that, but I don't know. There's just something about the Packers when it's like, I don't know, man.
They do have a habit of just kind of being that once playoff time comes around, they just kind of fall flat.
Yeah. I feel like, you know what it is? I feel like they rely too much on Aaron Rodgers to bail them out of situations or to put them in position to win. And, I mean, like I said, the NFL, it's about defense. If your offense ain't on point consistently.
Yeah. What the thing is, it's not even sometimes they rely too much on them. It's literally like, all right, you're going to go run 20 yards backwards and just throw it across your body. Like on a line.
Famous Winston move right there.
Yeah, but like literally that's how they bails them out on every play.
That play against the Cowboys.
Yep.
We hit Buddy on that was crazy. I ain't never seen nothing like that. That was the perfect pass. Perfect catch.
Yeah. All right, last unrelated sports question.
Didn't they?
Yeah.
Did they lose the game to the Cowboys?
Bucks, I think they lost to the Cowboys.
Yeah, they did.
All right, last unrelated question in honor of Game of Thrones ending on Sunday. Who is going to be sitting on the Iron Throne at the end of the show?
I mean, they setting it up to tell you like it's going to be Jon. Like I just feel like that's obvious. Like there's just been too many things going, like not even going his way because he don't know about them, but things that have been set up to show that he's the rightful ruler. I think eventually everybody's just going to find out. I don't know how. Jaime's definitely going to end up killing Cersei.
For sure.
And I think that'll be the big move. That'll be the big thing for Jon, because that means nobody will be able to challenge his rule, really. Because once Daenerys finds out he's the rightful heir, she's gonna have to be fine with it. Like, but she don't got no choice. But Cersei, she'll trip over it. And so I think that's somehow that's gonna happen. Cersei dies and Jon ends up being the top guy. If by my boy up north.
Yeah. All right, Greg. Same thing.
I don't know, because I mean, it is. I agree with George. It's definitely setting up, and Jon is the rightful ruler. But
It's Game of Thrones.
I don't know. It's Game of Thrones.
That's true.
And it's just, I can see it's so many, like, I don't think so. I mean, obviously, I think something's going to change. It'd be shitty if it did, but it's Game of Thrones. So
I think it's definitely going to be Jon. I know last time we talked, I said Littlefinger was a dark horse. He's now.
He deserved that shit too, man.
One of the best scenes, I think, of the show. I've never seen his character break down like that, and it was phenomenal.
That theory I showed you guys was right. Did y'all read that?
Yeah. I think
that's exactly what
I think Arya is going to kill somebody important with his face on.
I'm thinking that Jon dies somehow. That's
Really?
what I'm thinking.
He's already died, though. Like, the shock value of him dying's already happened.
One of those two's got to die.
Yeah, but still.
I think Daenerys or Jon, one of them's got to die.
Now, if Daenerys dies, I think that would be more of a shocker.
It would be.
She's going to be so mad that she's worked all this way, and she now has somebody who supersedes her. She literally has done all the work, and he's going to just step right in.
As a fan, I'd freak out if she died. So.
Oh, yeah. If my Khaleesi died, I'd be pretty mad.
So that's going to happen. So I guess that should be the prediction, because it would tear us all apart.
Yeah.
Nah, Night King sitting on the throne. Dead.
And I'm just so glad. I'm so glad
that.
Sansa's not dumb as I thought she was, because I really thought she was dumb.
Sansa?
But but that scene and her and Arya working together and Bronn or whatever doing their thing.
I mean, it
Bran
kind of makes Jon look like the dumbest one.
Bran pulled out those red receipts from like 3 years back, like a crazy ex-girlfriend.
Bronn's a three-eyed snitch.
Nah, but man, Littlefinger deserved that shit.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I think we out. I think that's all we got. We lost a couple people along the way. Hopefully, Evan will be able to join us next time. Robbie's got to get his internet fixed. But hopefully,
this wasn't our best performance, but we had to get something down on paper.
But
and I will officially change something for the record. I think 2 teams make it out the NFC East. The Cowboys make it. And I don't know who the second NFC South team is. It comes down week 17. Bucks Saints. That's a playoff. That's a playoff game.
You know it's not going to be the Saints. You just don't want to.
It's possible. Like, they're both those teams.
Anything is possible.
See, I said that earlier.
All right. Late change for Greg's prediction. Hopefully, we'll get to the AFC before next Thursday. We'll definitely try. But until then, that's the way we see it.
Yeah, training camp's over, so I'll be more free.
All right. We out.